Alright, now, so let's try and find a way to get around the sudden lack of equipment in the home gym so that I can get something that is similar to what I would like in the program that I've made for myself. I know that I can do the Nordic curls because this is one of the few things that has actually not been removed or made unusable by those barriers that you see there. And then, yeah, I can substitute some cable work instead of the dumbbell rows, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna provide a similar stimulus. Maybe I'm gonna go higher reps. It's not that big of a deal. What I wanted to get from this workout at least was some good work on the Nordic curls. And similarly to what I've done the previous week, I was adopting an increasing reps approach as I was getting the working sets in. So I did one more rep in the second set, and then I actually did a third set just to get some extra volume in there, especially since I was doing this exercise as the beginning of the session. So I felt like since they were feeling good, I was maintaining good hip positioning. I wasn't actually abusing of the angle too much to try and get easy reps in, staying within the rep range that I was happy with, and getting an extra set in and supersetting the cable work on rows. I have nothing against cable work. In fact, I'm using that sometimes with some exercises that I feel they need the more complete resistance profile, such as the hip flexor work, which I'm also doing in this session here. In terms of rowing work, I'm not really used to doing that on cables. So what I decided to do in this session was doing 3 sets of difficult 10 repetitions. And I was changing the weights in between sets because I felt like I could get a bit more weight. And I'm slowly finding the sweet spot where I can start a progression of some sort. I'm thinking 6 to 10, maybe 8 to 12, something like that. I'm thinking that since it's cable stuff, so the resistance profile is slightly different than dumbbells. There is a more continuous tension on the cable. It doesn't really change as the dumbbells are away and then close to the body. It is always the same resistance, and this is something that I appreciate from cables. I just need to find my way around and start grinding this out, especially since it doesn't look like this gym is getting fixed anytime soon. So I should be finding alternatives that allows me to get the work that I would like to get in here. Previous week I was doing these not leaning onto anything, and I was wondering whether there was a way for me to lean against something so that I could actually get in at the right body angle and really engaging my hips, trying to stay as upright as possible. And I was able to pull the cable as far as in here where I was leaning against the treadmill, so that was a very good thing. And I was pairing this kind of against the wall B skips, one leg only, trying to really get a forceful pull of my leg down and back, striking the floor. Sometimes I'm not always striking the floor in the same spot, and this is something that I need to work on because I have not really done these before, but that is the spirit of the exercise. So getting some powerful cable resisted knee drive at the beginning, and then supersetting that with the other portion of what would be the striking part of each step in a sprint. And I was finishing this giant set with some elbow work, cable bicep curls, another area where cables can be very useful in providing a constant resistance and getting the blood pumping in there. So overall, it was an okay session. It's mainly that when things change around unexpectedly, it takes some time and effort to adapt to that. Ciao.